Hi, my name is Andrew Klein, and I serve as the Director of Learning for Holland Christian Schools. There's an old parable about 3 bricklayers. One day, an architect was walking through a construction site for a great cathedral, and he came across 3 men who were laying bricks. He asked each of them, "What are you doing?" The first worker replied, "I'm laying brick." The second said, "I'm making a wall." The third worker said, "I'm building a cathedral." When I first heard that story, I thought that is Christian education. That's what we do. Christian education is a work of faith building toward the future, each stone built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, with Jesus as the cornerstone.
We learn their stories. We discover their interests, their joys, their challenges, and we love them for the whole of who they are. And as they grow, we give them the experiences they need to shine brightly for Jesus.
Students are memorizing God's Word for a lifetime. Recently, my eyes welled up with tears as I was walking down the hall, passing a 3rd grader, and they were singing a Bible verse that I had taught them 2 years earlier.
One of the most important building blocks for a foundation of faith is relationships. If students have mentors and friends who speak truth into their lives, then they are going to be ready to think critically and go out ready to serve God and be on mission for Him.
It's been my dream to teach at Holland Christian ever since I was in 2nd grade at Rose Park. I really wanted to be a part of the passionate group of teachers who love God, learning, and their students with every fiber of their being. It's so cool that I get to bring my whole self to school, that I get to pray with my students, and that I get to teach them about how special they are and how God made them. And it's really fun to see how excited they get about that.
I love teaching at Holland Christian because I know that He will use me to equip the minds of my students, to nurture their hearts, so that one day they can transform the world for Jesus Christ. What could be better than that?
Each year we get to do a camp with our 7th graders, and one of the coolest things about it is that we get to ask recent Holland Christian graduates to come in to be our counselors. We get to catch up with them and see how their life has gone over the last 5 years. We then get to see them pour into the current 7th graders and make an impact.
Well, working at Holland Christian was one of my goals because I wanted to give back because our family has been receiving a lot of blessings through the education our 3 kids receive here. Not only academically, but spiritually and biblical. It has been crucial to form who they are now.
I love the way that making music at Holland Christian as part of the band, orchestra, and choir takes our school's mission and puts it to work right now. The students are working together to listen both musically, but also interpersonally. And they grow together in a way that makes them a grace-filled community.
I love teaching our youngest learners because they have just a joy for life. They come to school so excited, and I get to teach them about the truths that they're going to hang on to for the rest of their lives.
There's nothing better than getting just a glimpse at what God is up to in the life of a student. That might look like a conversation after chapel or in the middle of class when you see a light bulb turn on. But sometimes it looks more like a conversation 5 or even 10 years after graduation. And you see that, man, God is still at work, and that the good work that He began here, He's continuing to develop and perfect and transform.
One of our 2023 grads is currently doing missionary training to become a full-time missionary. And just seeing her discover God's call to share His love with the nations and walk that out, now becoming a missionary, has just been a beautiful thing and an amazing way to see someone live out the call to transform the world for Jesus Christ.
The more years a student is in Holland Christian, the more the Christian education material becomes woven into who they are. And when I started here, I started because I thought it was a good job and a beautiful community, and it was. But I stayed here because I wanted my children to experience that Holland Christian education.
I get to see a kid grow into an artist in the course of 6 years. And I was like, how lucky, how awesome that is. But I get to see them grow as people, and I get to see them as they learn to be creative people in whatever capacity. It's such an honor. Who gets to see that all the time? So yeah, that's a cool thing.
Like a great cathedral, Christian education is work with purpose, built on a solid foundation and for the glory of God. As a teacher, administrator, and most importantly, as a Holland Christian parent, thank you for investing in the lives of our children and in the mission of Christian education.